Hey guys, welcome back to Monday Gunday, episode 4. This one I'm super excited about actually. Today we will be talking about the new Canik SFx Rival. Specifically the Lipsey's exclusive edition called the Trophy. And to my knowledge, all they did differently was this nice bronze Cerakote and accents. So let's get into a little history first about Canik. Canik is based in Turkey near the Canik Mountains, whose name in ancient times refers to a place of protection. So that's pretty cool. Canik originally started off as an aerospace company manufacturer, probably about 20 years ago, and they had some pretty big contracts with some big names, which enabled them to get into the firearm space. So about 15 years ago, they developed their first firearm, and since then they've been a world-leading firearms manufacturer, originally picked up by Turkish law enforcement. And since then they've had some big collaborations with companies such as Century Arms and later Salient Arms International. And now probably their newest firearm to the market is the SFx Rival. The SFx Rival was released last year in 2022, and I believe it was developed with the help of Nils Jonasson, who is a multi-national title holder in USPSA for the Carry Optics division. Phenomenal shooter, great guy. We met him at SHOT Show this year, and we were able to check out this pistol there, and we all were super intrigued by it. So we finally got our hands on one, and I'm super excited to test this one out, to shoot it, and to see what it can do. So some general stats on this gun. It is a synthetic polymer framed striker fired 9mm pistol. And one cool thing about this, it was made with the specific requirements to be allowed for competition in IDPA, USPSA, and IPSC competitions. So right out of the box, it's a very nice pistol that you don't have to really do much to. You don't have to do anything to it, and you meet the requirements to be able to compete legally in those shooting sports. In the box with this comes a lot of really cool things, and I think that adds to the overall value, which we will get into later, but comes with multiple different back straps for the grip, comes with a magwell, comes with 2 18-round magazines, a couple different magazine release extensions. It comes with multiple optic plates. You can pretty much throw any optic on there that you want right out of the box. It comes with extra fiber optic pieces for your front sight post there. And it comes with various tools that you might need. A really cool feature of this gun is it comes with a lot of stuff. The cost on these is $679.99. That's the MSRP, so brand new, you're well under $700, and you can probably find them quite a bit cheaper if you do some research. The weight is 29.5 ounces unloaded. Height is 5.7 inches. Length is 8.1 inches with a 5-inch barrel. Width is 1.41 inches, and the capacity, like I mentioned before, is 18 + 1. So this is the Canik SFx Rival. Let's head out to the range and run it through our standard drills and see how it performs. All right guys, we are out of the range. We are going to run our standard 3 drills, the bill drill, 3R3, and the 10-yard B8 for score. We'll run the bill drills and the 3R3 back to back. Shooting in A zone as always, and I'm carrying the Canik SFx Rival in an Axis Elite holster. On this bill drill, we're looking at the draw, the trigger, reset, recoil management, tracking that front sight post as we go. Let's see how it goes. Stand by. Okay, that was clean in a 265, pretty slow. I really wanted to confirm that first shot. Let's see if we can speed it up and keep it clean. Stand by. Okay, still kind of slow as a 251, but clean. Let's go check the target. This is a pretty easy gun to shoot. Obviously I could tighten that group up and shoot faster, but iron sights for me personally are my hindering factor, I guess. But let's take it back. Let's do a 3R3 and see how those reloads go. So this comes with a magwell, which is an awesome feature. I really like that. Sorry, we're right here. Seems to be a pretty good magwell, and so that will obviously help with the reloads, and the slide release or slide stop, whatever you want to call it, is pretty decent. So stand by. Okay, that was a 441. I really like that reload there, and everything went pretty smoothly. That was a clean run. Slowed it up for another one. So right off the bat, even before shooting this gun, it's got major points, extra points for me, because it comes with a good magwell. So I really like that. Stand by. .454. I lost some time when I was trying to get that spare mag. I got hung up on my shirt there a little bit, so I rushed my shots after the reload and just threw one just outside. But even with that slight hang up, about 4.5 seconds, I'm okay with that for now. So I will clean this up, put a clean B8, and then we'll take it back to 5 yards and take it back to 10 yards and do 10 rounds there. All right, I think that's 10 rounds. We will see. Okay, 10 yards, 30 feet. It's not super far, but we're trying to hold it in a nice, like, I don't know, 1.5 inch, 2 inch group. Always going for a perfect score here. So got 30 feet right there. And this is just gonna be slow, controlled, no time limit. Just trying to get good, clean trigger press. Okay, one thing that a lot of people love about Canik, and I also love this, especially with this gun, is the trigger. For the price point of the gun, I think the triggers are phenomenal, especially this particular model. And the sights are good too. So that's a pretty good group. That's 100, that's a perfect score. So I am very happy with that. And 8 out of the 10 are in the X ring. So very accurate, good sights. It's got a red fiber optic front sight post, which is real crisp in that rear notch. And that combined with a good trigger press and very little reset, it's an awesome setup. You can get some really good accuracy. And the rear sight is adjustable. So that is always a plus, especially if, you know, you need to shoot out at distance, and, you know, you can correct for any inconsistencies there. So there you have it. Let's take it back to the studio, let's take it back to the armory, whatever you want to call it, and we will tally up the score. Okay, we are back, and that gun is phenomenal. I absolutely loved it, and for the price point and for everything that you get, this gun's just awesome. Let's get into the rating system. First, we'll start with the cost. As mentioned before, it is about $680 brand new. That's MSRP. You can probably find them cheaper. So for cost, we are giving that an 8. It's well under 700 bucks, and that's right in the Glock, the new Glock, new MMP realm. So compared to those, I think it is a much nicer pistol. So we'll give that one an 8. Ergonomics. This gun feels great. It's a lot different than the guns that I've owned. So there's some practice that is required there to get more used to it and get the feel for it. It's great ergonomically though. I give that one an 8 as well. It feels good in your hands, and you can fine tune it with the back straps and the magazine extensions according to your hand size. I am using the large back strap. I have pretty big hands and I feel like that one fits nicely. For the trigger, this one's getting a 9. It is easily the best striker fired trigger that I have ever felt and shot. Stock, brand new right out of the box. It doesn't need any work to it. It is very crisp, very clean, very little take up, and a very good defined wall for that predictable break. Reset super short. You can run this thing very fast. So that is awesome. If I were to compare it to something, I would compare it to Apex trigger and an MMP 2.0, but maybe this one's better, not sure. Bore axis, we are giving that a 7. It is good, not great. It could be better, but it's a 9mm. It's a long slide. This thing shoots soft anyways, but the bore axis is a little higher than they probably could have made it. I don't know, maybe not. I didn't make it, but we're giving that a 7. Sights, this one is also getting a 9. These are very good sights, and one thing that I think is super awesome about this is the rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation, so you can get that perfect sight location. And the front sight post is very thin, very clean, crisp, good fiber optic. When you're looking through that thing in the daylight, that thing is super bright, and the sights just feel good. It's very natural lining up those sights, so that's getting a 9. Aftermarket support, this is probably the lowest score this gun's getting. That is going to be a 5. Right now, there's not a ton. It's hard to compare to Glocks and Smith & Wessons and other things like that, and the CZs and the 320s. There's tons of aftermarket support. So this one still has some catching up to do, but there are things available. We offer holsters for this gun, so that's good. It does come with a holster. Actually a nice little OWB basket weave holster, but we won't be needing that. You don't have to throw them, but if you're a holster manufacturer, you probably should. Okay, moving on to round capacity. So this comes with 2 mags, and they are 18 plus 1 in the chamber. And that's a pretty good capacity if you ask me. That's better than what you typically get for a full-size striker fire pistol, I believe. So that is getting a 9. Serviceability, just like with a Glock or a MMP, it's very easy to take down. All you need to do is remove the slide and with this little takedown lever, and then beyond that, you just need a single punch. So you don't really need anything special or crazy. So the only drawback is, since these are less common right now, finding spare parts for them might be a little bit more difficult. There's not as much interchangeability, I guess, as say a Glock and all their aftermarket support. So that's the only thing that's hindering this score. I'm giving it a 7. Moving on to value. This one is also getting a 9 because I think this is just a tremendous value for everything you get. The pistol itself, all the extra pieces that you get to customize it to you, comes with a good mag well, comes with polymer as well as aluminum base pads, all the extra grips, the magazine release extensions, the tools. The box is decent. There's better boxes out there, but this one's not terrible. Comes with a lot of instructions. And one of the cool things is this little mini Canik that you get with it. It's actually one of the tools, and in the grip, you have a lot of your small pieces so you don't lose them. Different little bits, bolts, and the mag extension, the mag release extensions are in there. It even has, this is another pretty cool feature. Let's see if I can get it out. Even has a slide charging handle, lever, whatever you want to call it. You can screw this into the side here and get a nice little charging handle there, you know, to make it full race gun. Lots of cool things. Let's see what else is there. And there are 5 base plates for your optics. 5 optic plates, I should say. And I was looking at the instructions here, and you can pretty much grab any optic on the market and there will be a plate compatible with that. So whatever your preference is for optics, you can probably throw it on here, no problem. So again, that one's getting a 9. And finally, cool factor. This one is 100% subjective to me. I think this one's pretty cool. I gave it an 8. There's a lot of really cool things. One of the coolest things arguably is the color of this trophy, you know, Lipsey's exclusive edition, but the other ones also look great. There's an all black one, there's a gray one with gold accents. So, you know, whatever your style is, there's an option there. The trigger, just the feel, the magwell, a lot of really cool things. The biggest drawback for me personally is it's a Canik, you know. That's not a bad thing, but I feel like right now there's still in the industry kind of this just general kind of negative stigma with the name, and it's probably not very well deserved. This is a phenomenal pistol. So all that being said, this one gets a total score of 79, and if I remember correctly, this is the highest score we've rated a pistol so far. Out of 4, this one beats all of them by a margin of about 5, I believe. So this was a great gun. And fun fact, after shooting this, I actually just bought one myself. Tier 1 and me personally were in no way affiliated with Canik, but after shooting this, I was pretty blown away by how awesome this gun was that I went out and bought one. So this particular model too. And I'm super stoked. I'm gonna throw an SRO on it. I'm gonna carry it. It's gonna be my new EDC, at least for the time being. And it's also gonna be a great option for the tactical games. You guys know I compete in the tactical games, and being a long slide, good sight radius, phenomenal trigger, you know, all the things you want. Hopefully it just stays very reliable, because these guns can get dirty when you're competing. So that will be potentially the only issue, but I'm super excited about it. And as soon as we're done filming here, I'm gonna go throw an optic on mine and put it in an Axis Elite holster. So there you have it. This is the Canik SFx Rival Trophy. Let us know in the comment section what you guys think about this gun and how our scoring system did on this particular one. Let us know if there's other guns that you'd like to see us review and rate and shoot, test out. But as always, stay safe, stay strapped, carry our holsters, and we will catch you next time.